In a world where love and fulfillment are often sought after, the teachings of Stoicism offer valuable insights on how to lead a contented and meaningful life. This video aims to explore the core principles of Stoicism and how they can guide us towards never begging for love and embracing a natural state of being. By understanding and practicing these principles, we can cultivate self-love, seek inner peace, embrace impermanence, practice gratitude, focus on personal growth, accept what we can't control, develop emotional resilience, find joy in solitude, practice detachment, and foster meaningful connections. Number 1. Never beg for love. In the pursuit of love, it is important to remember the Stoic principle of never begging for it. Begging for love implies a sense of desperation and neediness that can undermine the authenticity and purity of love itself. Stoicism teaches us that love should be freely given and received without coercion or manipulation. When we beg for love, we place our happiness and self-worth in the hands of others. We become dependent on their validation and approval, which can lead to a constant state of anxiety and insecurity. Stoicism encourages us to cultivate a sense of self-love and self-acceptance, recognizing that our worth is not determined by the love or attention we receive from others. Instead of begging for love, Stoicism invites us to focus on building a strong foundation of self-worth and inner fulfillment. This involves nurturing a deep sense of love and compassion for ourselves, acknowledging our strengths, and accepting our flaws. By embracing our own worth, we become less reliant on external sources of validation and more capable of experiencing genuine love. Stoicism teaches us to approach relationships with a sense of detachment and acceptance. While it is natural to desire love and connection, we must also recognize that we cannot control the feelings or actions of others. Begging for love only leads to disappointment and frustration when it is not reciprocated. Stoicism encourages us to focus on being the best version of ourselves and living in alignment with our values. By cultivating our own personal growth and self-improvement, we become more attractive and magnetic to others. When we are secure in ourselves and our own worth, we naturally attract healthy and fulfilling relationships. Stoicism reminds us to never beg for love. Instead, we should focus on cultivating self-love, embracing our own worth, and living in alignment with our values. By doing so, we create the conditions for genuine love to naturally flow into our lives, free from desperation or neediness. Number 2. Have everything naturally. Stoicism teaches us the importance of having everything naturally, which means embracing a mindset of contentment and simplicity in a world driven by consumerism and the constant pursuit of more. Stoicism reminds us to find fulfillment in what is natural and essential. Having everything naturally begins with recognizing that true happiness and fulfillment do not come from external possessions or material wealth. Stoics believe that our desires should be aligned with nature and focused on what is truly essential for a good life. By letting go of excessive desires and embracing a minimalist mindset, we can find contentment in the simple pleasures and necessities of life. Stoicism encourages us to detach ourselves from the constant need for accumulation and consumption. Instead, we should cultivate a sense of gratitude for what we already have. This practice of gratitude allows us to appreciate the natural abundance that surrounds us, whether it be the beauty of nature, the love of our relationships, or the basic necessities that sustain our lives. Having everything naturally also involves living in harmony with nature itself. Stoics recognize that we are part of a larger interconnected web of existence, and by aligning ourselves with the rhythms of nature, we can find a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment. This may involve spending time in nature, practicing mindfulness, or simply observing and appreciating the natural world around us. Stoicism encourages us to let go of the need for excessive control and manipulation. Instead, we should trust in the natural unfolding of events and accept the outcomes as they come. By relinquishing our attachment to specific outcomes and embracing the natural flow of life, we can experience a greater sense of ease and serenity. Having everything naturally does not mean rejecting all forms of progress or material possessions. It simply means approaching them with a mindset of moderation and discernment. Stoicism teaches us to use our resources wisely and to prioritize what truly matters for a fulfilling life. Having everything naturally is a key principle of Stoicism. It involves finding contentment in simplicity, practicing gratitude for what we have, living in harmony with nature, and embracing a mindset of moderation. By adopting this approach, we can experience a deeper sense of fulfillment and live in alignment with the natural order of things. Number 3. Embrace self-love. Embracing self-love is a fundamental aspect of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics recognize that true happiness and fulfillment begin with a deep sense of love and compassion for oneself.